If you have customers who prefer to pay on account, this is how you set it up. And along with this tutorial, do be sure to go to the Tillex document library and download the how-to guide. It's called Tillex Accounts. Okay, so I'm going to run through that guide from start to finish. For a bit of context, you can see there are 3 scenarios. The first one could be if you have customers ring up that want to be invoiced at the end of the week and add to their order throughout the week. Or if you want named people only to place the order and pay on account. Or the account gets settled at the end of the month by a different email address from the person placing the order. There's so many scenarios, this just gives you a few. Workflow means that you set it up exactly how you want. So you can take the order over the phone and type it straight into their account on the POS, or they can do it themselves and order online. And the customer can settle their account by invoice, card or cash. Some customers like to store their card so you can take payment at settlement. Okie dokie, so let's crack on. I don't simply want to read this document through, but I do want you to read it. So here it says creating accounts. It is really useful to have pay on account. So I'm going to now follow through starting up creating an account of a dummy customer. In the Partner Centre, click on Users and Accounts, where there's a list of all your customers and staff. At the top, click on the $sign, followed by the plus button to create an account. Put the name of the account in, typically the customer name, and a description of the account and its purposes. You can leave this blank. Then put a limit on the number of orders that can be placed on the account, or leave it blank for no maximum. And then on the account limit, put the total value of open orders you will allow. If it's suspended, then the customer will not be able to place an order. Okay, so that was nice and simple. Then moving on to the ordering tab. Add the authorised user. That's a list of registered Tillex users that can place online orders on the account. Now you can see allowed customers, so let's run through the options. Here we select who can act as a customer for an on-account order, and this refers only to ePOS orders. It's worth noting authorised users can place orders online regardless of how this option is set. If you set it for anyone, so let's say our dummy company Blue Sky Campsite send in one of their members of staff, then there's no need to select a specific customer at checkout because you've got a walk-in, so we recommend you use the name field to record who the customer was. And where invoices are raised on a single order, this name is recorded as the ship to entry on the invoice. And a registered user has a Tillex account and is specified as the only one that can place the order. And like I said just a minute ago, authorised users can be found as they've got a Tillex account. Okay, let's move on to the invoicing tab. The account customer, that can be an individual or a company, and they must be a registered user, they receive all invoices raised on the account. And if your customer needs a copy invoice sent to a person or a department, type their email address in here and separate each one with a semicolon. Once you've done that, decide how often you want to send an invoice. For weekly invoices, select the day of the week, and for monthly invoices, select the day of the month. Use -1 to specify the last day of the month. If you pick manual, you'll need to manually create a settlement to raise an invoice. I'll show you that in a minute. If you select every order, then the settlement is automatically created at order completion. Check the box here if you want your customer to receive an email as the invoice is raised. It contains a PDF attachment and a link to pay online. Only turn it off if you're using the account to trigger an internal business process and handle invoice payment internally. Payment terms shows a value in days that will set the due date of the invoice. I'll set it for 7 days. If the customer has stored a card, then payment will be automatically taken. And note that a previous payment via payment link will automatically store the customer card. Then hit save to create the account for your customer. And there it is. As your customer uses the account, you'll be able to see all the data related to it, including the orders and invoices and settlements. So as soon as an account's created, authorised users can place online orders through your store. In order to accept on-account orders on the POS, you need to add on-account as an approved payment method for each applicable terminal. So to do that, we go to the administrator role in the Partner Centre and click on ePOS configuration. Select the terminal and click the pencil icon, and in the Payments tab, pick On Account. The On Account option will then appear in the POS checkout panel. And when selected, you must choose the account to charge the order to. If you have less than 10 accounts, this will be via a drop down, and if you have more than 10 accounts, a Tillex search box will be displayed. To return items, go find the order in the Find panel and swipe left. Click Return and swipe the item they wish to return and tap Return. Select the quantity and whether the item should be returned to stock, and it's useful to add a note. Then swipe the Return panel right and tap Complete. There are 3 scenarios for a return. 1, the order has not yet been settled. 2, the settlement has been created but the invoice has not been paid. And 3, the invoice has been paid. So have a read through each scenario. Right, remember earlier I told you can find everything you need to know about a customer's account. So looking at what I've just bought for Blue Sky Campsite, you can see the order there and my card was stored, so the invoice was settled immediately. My colleagues at Blue Sky Campsite have got a copy email of the invoice, or you can click on it there and go straight through to see it. If you checked the manual payment option, then you would be able to select a list of invoices that you want to send for payment. You can view unpaid invoices in the ePOS Find panel. I'm just going to make a quick shortcut here to go and show you. Click on the unpaid option and you'll see a list of them. Then click on the actual order to view the invoice sitting there, which you can swipe right on and send for payment, or swipe left and cancel or add a reminder. Best practice is to set it for auto payment to minimise your payment collection and credit control overheads. We recommend that you keep an eye on the accounts you're running so that they don't stack up and they get paid. So if you have customers that want to pay on account because they buy large quantities, or if you have customers that simply want to run a tab and pay on account, then this is the feature for you. Don't worry if you're stuck, just give me a shout and I'll run through it with you. Thanks, hope that helps. Bye.